Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are looking to continue a hot streak here, and as I open up the draft saying that, I'm sure that will be that will come back to haunt us in a moment, but that's okay. We are currently, spoiler alert for the last two videos, 14-0 in our last two drafts, and if we trophy today, we end up in the mythic rank. So let's see if we can find our way there, starting with the commons in today's pack one pick one that are all garbage. So we're not looking at any of those. Reckless Detective is a good uncommon, but I'm bearing the lead because we're taking Intrude on the Mind. This card is insane. It is like a 5-mana 2/2 flyer at instant speed that draws 3 cards, or a 5-mana 3/3 flyer at instant speed that draws 2 cards. Like, both of those are great, and we're going to be totally happy taking Intrude on the Mind here. What can we follow it up with? Well, got some good options. I think Coerce to Kill is good. It's good against some decks. I'm really low on blue-black. I've had enormous success in this format, and I played 2 blue-black decks and gone a combined 1 and 6 in those decks. And in my other, 12 drafts, I've got, 7 trophies or 8 trophies, and blue-black has just not gotten it done for me, so I could take something like Projector Inspector here. I think Reckless Detective... Well, Reckless Detective might still just be the best card in this pack, actually. Maybe I'll just take that, and if we find our way into blue-red, this is still going to be good, because blue-red likes to investigate a good bit. And this just turns your clues into... Gonna draw a card for no mana, which is great. We got Reasonable Doubt versus Eliminate the Impossible here. Sorry, Niv Mizzet. Not today. Took pack one, pick one, Intrude on the Mind, and this is just so much better than Niv Mizzet. I mean, if you're looking to be a little goofy and have some fun, you could probably take this and build around it. I don't really feel like doing that right now. I'm trying to get up to Mythic for this season and see where we end up as far as the top ranks go, because we've had quite the run so far. So, Reasonable Doubt versus Eliminate the Impossible. I think I'm going to take the uncommon here. It does investigate, works well with detective, and it's an uncommon, and if I want a Reasonable Doubt, chances are I could probably find one. So I'm going to go ahead and take that here. A late Inside Source, but we're going to stay blue and take Forensic Researcher. This gives us a turn 4 Intrude on the Mind, which is great. Granite Witness would also be fine here. Orangutan might not be horrible in our final deck, we just don't know if we're going to end up there. So I'm not too unhappy with where we start, because when you have Intrude on the Mind, as long as you can get yourself to cast that card, you're in a good spot. I do like Eliminate. Well, I think I like Eliminate the Impossible a little less than I did in week 1 of the format. This was kind of the linchpin of one of my blue-black decks that went 0-3, but it also wasn't really doing anything else, so. Alright. Pretty easy out cold here over Sewers and Soul Innervation. Yeah, we're just going to stay blue. I mean, we've got 4 quite good blue cards so far, and I'm just going to stay down that path. And I guess we take another out cold here over Escape Tunnel. And what is this one again? Any number of target players. So it could be white, white, blue, blue to investigate X times where the total number of creatures on the battlefield, or white blue to investigate X. That's a little slow. Yeah, I'll just take another blue card and be totally fine with that. And, you know, if we continue down this blue path, we can open a rare or a bomb in any other color in pack 2 and be able to take it. And I think blue has seemed relatively open so far, so I'm fine staying blue here. So that is what I'm going to do. And maybe Detective makes the cut. Maybe it doesn't. Instants and sorceries cost 1 less. Yeah, no, this is horrible. Agency Outfitter could be interesting, but I think I might just take a Granite Witness here. It can be flipped up for blue-blue. Alright, I guess Reasonable Doubt. That's a late Wisp Drinker Vampire. I do also really like Black-White. I've had 3 black-white decks in the format and have a combined record of 22 and 5 with them, which is second to my blue-green total, which is 14 and 0. So I do like black-white. That was a late card. I'm just going to go ahead and cut Criminologists here. Cut the blue. Okay, Gadget Technician could actually be pretty good if we do end up blue-red. Thinking Cap could be good if we go blue-white. Don't think I'm playing either of these cards, and a corner as well. So what do we find in pack 2 but a Gleaming Gear Drake versus Exit Specialist staying blue and a Shock. All these are great. I feel like this card is garbage, but I say that because, well, I say that, but every time this has been cast against me, I've lost. So maybe it's not bad. But I also don't know the amount of times it was stuck in my opponent's hand when I beat them, so that's also notable. Gleaming Gear Drake just has to be the pick here, right? This is so good in blue-red. I do like Exit Specialist, and obviously Shock is great, but Gear Drake is just so good. Oh, hello again, Unyielding Gatekeeper. I have played this card 3 or 4 times already and seen it in drafts 3 or 4 times that I didn't play it, but at least we do... Oh, I didn't even see this. Wow. 2 busted rares in this pack. But Exit Specialist is like the 3rd best uncommon in the set, basically. And it goes perfectly well with what we're already doing. Wow, we're going to pass some late goodies here, but I can't be upset with Exit Specialist. Oh, okay, some good cards. Makeshift Binding, Tunnel Tipster. What is there for us? Accusation, Exit. I guess I'll take Exit over Accusation here. We're looking to be a little bit of a tempo deck. If we can find a couple more... We've got Detective and Gear Drake, which both are relatively aggressive. So let's go ahead and take that here. Wow, lots of good stuff, but I love Detective Satchel, and I haven't got a chance to play with it yet. I do also love Fayflight, Sprite, Cold, there's Gadget Technician. There's tons of cards for us here. But I really want to give Detective Satchel a try, because I do think I really do like that card. This could actually be pretty good in our deck. I haven't really found a deck where this was very good. But a 3-mana 3/2 that, in an ideal world, we end up with a lot of clues that can't be blocked, that loots when it attacks. Pretty good. There's also an Escape Tunnel and another Exit, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Furtive Courier here. Maybe we run that. Hedge Maze. Don't have any green I want to splash. Another Exit. Automaton. I guess I'll take another Exit. I probably won't play 2 though, but you never know. Red clearly is not open, but we're... he says as there's a pick 7 Galvanize. And a Cornered Crook at that matter. For that matter. I think Galvanize is too efficient. Cornered Crook, it's a good card. If Galvanize wasn't here, I would take it and probably play it. But I'm going to go ahead and take the removal spell. The cheaper of the 2 cards. And yeah, I like where we're at. Detonation could actually be good in this deck. Is that better than Orangutan or Accusation? Yeah, I think it is. If we end up with enough clues, I think Detonation is fine. Now, is Crime Novelist fine? Again, if we end up with enough clues, it might be. I don't think I would play 2 Detonations, but maybe we play a Crime Novelist. Probably not a convenient target deck, but it's the only card I could play, so I'll go ahead and take that here. And we have a whole nother pack to fill this one out. And could open a lot of great cards here. Including Forensic Gadgeteer. 3 mana, 2/3. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. Of which we currently have 4. Kind of 3. I don't think I'm playing Thinking Cap. But abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate, which basically means your clues sack for 1 mana. That's pretty much it. But that's usually good enough. And it's what I'm taking here. Okay, do we take a third out cold or a second gadget technician? I don't think I'm going to take the gadget technician here. Also over Meticulous Archive, but we don't need to splash white, so let's take the technician. I do like out cold, but technician is also good. Okay, now we got several good cards in a lot of different multicolors up here. But there's a Riftburst Hellion, a Felonious Rage, and an Escape Tunnel for us. Think I might take the Escape Tunnel. I do usually like Felonious Rage, but this is not like the best deck for it. This is garbage. There's also the same pick we had last pack with another Researcher and a third out cold in it. I don't actually think a second Researcher is what this deck is really looking for. It's good to go, you know, Researcher into Intrude on the Mind, but I think out cold is just too good for what we're doing here. It gives us another clue, makes Detonation better, makes Novelist better, makes Gadgeteer better. I mean, I think it's just kind of what we're trying to do here. And we're a little bit more of like a tempo blue-red deck, but we've got a lot of power and some more cards here as well. Flotsam and Jetsam is a card I actually do like. There's Person of Interest. Is that a card we care about? I don't know. Granite Witness, Shady Informant. I think I'm actually going to take the Granite Witness as an artifact here. I could play Demand Answers. There's a little bit of flood protection. I don't think this is really a Felonious Rage deck all that much. I mean, if you pass one to me, pick 7, I'll probably play it. Sure. Haha, gamble. No. Clan Basher over not much here. Don't know if I'll play it, but maybe. And do we wheel anything? Another Granite Witness. I don't know if I'll play it, but we could. We'll have a few cuts to make here, but I think we'll be all right. I'm just going to go ahead and rare draft here. I don't care about a Crocodile. That's not really going to make or break the deck. No more lies. Would be nice if we were blue-white, but we're not. And then a couple of nothings here at the end. All right, I'm going to go ahead and build this deck, and I will see you after deck building. Okay, after deck building, here's where I ended up. We've got Intrude on the Mind, Triple Out Cold, Satchel, Galvanize. I'm relying on these exits, Galvanize, and Out Cold as my interaction here. I did cut the Suspicious Detonation. Demand Answers for Flood. We've got a Gear Drake, a Detective, Researcher to ramp toward these things, Double Gadget Technician, Granite Witness. I decided to keep one of them, and I think our mana base can, you know, just mize a single planes in case we just want to cast it. Although, now that I'm thinking about that, no. We're just going to go ahead and continue to play 17. This is just a disguise creature for us, because most of the value in this card is flipping it up. So we'll do that. Crime Novelist. We don't have a ton of Investigate, but I think we have enough. Triple Out Cold. Satchel does double. Gadgeteer triggers off of 3 artifacts. Gear Drake investigates. Eliminate investigates. So we've got a bit here. And Novelist could be good in that situation. So haven't played a lot of blue-red in the format. I feel like it's not a bad deck. I don't know if this is a good version of the deck, but you and I are going to find out together here in game number 1. Alright, here we are in game 1, starting on the draw with a good hand. Gadgeteer on 4, Specialist Disguised on 3, our choice of a 2-drop here on 2. And honestly, I might hold off on the Gear Drake only because I can just hold up Exit and Doubt for turn 3. And now we've got Gadgeteer, which Gear Drake will trigger it. So let's just hold up Exit and Doubt here, and we can bounce the Smuggler if they choose not to cast a creature. But as we do get into this first game here, if you are watching the video and enjoying the video and are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. If you also enjoy the other videos here on the channel, we post content 7 days a week here on the channel. Yeah, sure. And, hope you all enjoy it enough. and would like to consider subscribing, I also have a Patreon with a link in my description if you are interested in considering giving back to the channel in any way as well. You also get rewards for various tiers, and also the cheapest tier of my Patreon is $1 per month, which I don't know how you couldn't be excited about that. So thanks for your consideration when it comes to the Patreon and for the subscription here on the channel. Gadgeteer on 3, let's see if it survives or not. Oh, I wish I would have had Reasonable Doubt up now. It's unfortunate. I guess I can exit Specialist, bounce it, and then Reasonable Doubt it on the way back down here. Let's just cast this. I always feel like this is an artifact. I thought I was going to get a trigger here, but I do not. I think I've said that 3 or 4 times, that I feel like Gadget Technician is an artifact. Maybe it's because Gleaming Gear Drake is an artifact, and this one isn't. But, oh well. That's fine. And disguise a Bubble Smuggler? Yeah, okay. Sure. Ooh, Intrude on the Mind is also pretty decent. But I think we need to bounce the Buzz Crusher here. They might just replay it, which isn't great for us. Something I can do is if they play a land and attack with both, and I suspect this to be Bubble Smuggler, I can block, and then they'll pay 6 to eat this thing, and then I can bounce the Buzz Crusher. And I feel like I can deal with the 6/5 on the ground. But also I just realized if I bounce the Buzz Crusher, they can pay through Reasonable Doubt, which is not great. But what I can do is if they choose to... could do this, and then they pay their whole turn flipping up Bubble Smuggler, and then I bounce the Smuggler? They're going to pay 6 mana here. And then all I have to do is this, and that is a huge tempo blowout. Now, granted, they do still have a 4/4 flying trample, which is not great. But that's also pretty good. So let's disguise that, flip it up, tap it. I guess I could counter something if I feel like I have to. Do they have the hexproof trick? They just want to prevent it from being tapped? No? Okay. Tap it down. This guy's probably a Bubble Smuggler and something else. Sure. Okay, let's do this. Go to combat. Get in. They go to 8. Can hold up Reasonable Doubt. One of these is likely a 6-powered Bubble Smuggler here, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. see what we draw first. Not great. So... oh, I forgot. Oh, we can do this one for free. It costs one less. Nice. Okay, can't do anything about that. Now they can't flip up Bubble Smuggler, so if we choose right on blocking the Smuggler... do they have more removal here? I guess I have to counter that. And I don't think I want anything to become suspected, so submit 0. Take 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's lethal, though, on the backswing. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. All right, reasonable doubt got us there. All right, starting on the draw here. The hand is definitely slow, but that has been a theme in the last few days, and it hasn't really come back to haunt us that much. Knocks on wood. Probably going to play Researcher on 3 if they play Disguised Creature and hope it can untap and... oh, they have nothing. Alright. Well, cross your fingers, no Galvanize? They didn't have it. Okay. Missed a land drop last turn, and can they hit a land drop this turn? No, let's play a 2/2. Sure. So we have 5 mana now. If we want it. No, I don't really think we need it. So we'll just do this, make a Thopter. And yeah, pass the turn. Okay, drew us a land cycler here. For next turn we have up to 6 mana. We could just play the Clan Basher as a 3/2 double striker. Don't even have to disguise it. Maybe now we want to disguise it. Or just play a detective and a technician here. I said, yeah, technician. Okay, so when this attacks, you can sack an artifact or discard a card. If you do draw a card, again, it's +2/+0. Let's probably discard the land here. Okay, they're back in it. They got 4 lands now. Gearbane Orangutan destroying a Thopter. Yeah. Sure. Okay, let's go to combat, attack here and here. Discard the land. Draw, not a bad draw. Now do we just play Clan Basher? I think I am. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to disguise it because I can hold up reasonable doubt like this too. And then end the turn. We haven't put a ton of pressure on their life total amongst their missed land drop situations. Okay, my turn. Galvanize. This costs 5. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be sacrificing anything here, so let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn that face up. Go to combat. So if you do, it gets +2/+0, though. Maybe I could sacrifice the Thopter, turn it into a card draw. Okay, I guess they're off it. I was going to sacrifice the Thopter, draw a card, be able to galvanize something, get 2 points of damage in. That was the plan. Here we are first with a bunch of disguise creatures. How is 3 mana 2/2 as the first play of the game? How does that sound? No planes, please. Okay, blue-red mirror. No gleaming gear drake, please. That's better. Kind of difficult to decide which one to do there. My thought is if they have shock, they would probably try to shock it. Would I rather just trade, though? I think I'm just going to trade. I've got enough stuff to do with my mana that flipping that up is going to be slightly more difficult. Okay. I might just out cold here. That way next turn I can exit specialist and flip it up on the same turn. That's the most mana efficient way to go about doing this, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a hit for 2 and then out cold whatever they have. Kind of hoping they play any other creature. Okay, doing the correct thing, attacking pre-combat, or attacking before playing anything else. See if it's just another disguised creature. Cold Case Cracker, okay. So let's just tap these, and then I can exit specialist and bounce that thing potentially here too. Or just crack the clue if I want to. Person of interest. Still holding up shock here, I think. No? Okay. Now next turn I can flip this thing up and crack a clue. Granite Witness. Get an aggro here, so I'm going to have to take 8 points of damage. Next turn they're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do they play a creature that has power 2 or greater? If so, then I can't really do that. Yeah, yeah, that's a problem. That's a bigger problem. Do I have a way to survive here? I block that. I take 8. I can loot with this, I suppose. That really just doesn't do it, because this stupid thing is forcing me to not crack my clues. I really want them to trade it with the courier, but I don't think they're going to do it. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing that could have happened. But now we are dead. No, we're not even dead to removal, because this thing has menace anyway. We are dead a good amount of ways, though. Like, next turn. Yeah, that doesn't feel great. That probably eliminates our chances of winning here with them at 11 and us at 2. More flyers? Four, five, six, seven, so I can't even cast both of these with my untapped land, or with my tap land here. Cast this, crack a clue, flip up. Yeah, darn. Too much evasion got us there. They were just had all the creatures that lined up super well against our draw, unfortunately. Starting on the draw again, we actually have a 2-drop this time, and then a creature we can disguise on 3 and then eliminate and flip on 4 potentially, or cast out cold on 4. We have options here. Don't really like starting on the draw, but can't always be lucky. Let's hope they don't have reasonable doubt. No, but looks like they might have Galvanize or Shock or something. Deduce. Okay. Projector Inspector, sure. Most mana efficient thing to do is just disguise this here. So I think that's what I'll do. And then next turn we have a lot of options. We could crack a clue, we could undisguise this, eliminate unauthorized exit, or out. We can do anything in our hand currently. And sometimes a combination of 2 different things. Down goes Drake. And disguise creature. Yep. Okay. I think I'll just take the value when I can get it. Just use this as a combat trick that kills their creature, and then I can do any of this stuff at instant speed here, so I'll just hold everything up. Should I bounce Projector Inspector? Seems like some decent little tempo right here. I am behind on this race, so I'll just do that. Get rid of the land we're about to draw. See if they recast it. They have 3 forests in play, interesting. That was a Hellion. Disguise creature. More lands. Hopefully no shock or galvanize now. Now that this doesn't have ward. Oh, Dogwalker. That's also not the greatest thing for us, but okay. In the turn. I guess I'm trading a Thopter for a 1/1 here. I mean, we're so far behind that we can't afford to just continually take damage and try to race this, because we know they have at least 2 1/1s and a 3/2. And are more interested in lands than a 6/5 trample. Oh, because they're just playing all sorts of nonsense colors here. So they needed a plains to cast what? Ah, specifically holding up blue. I don't like that. Come on. What is going on here? I like lands, but not this much. Oof. No reasonable doubt. No reasonable doubt. Oh. They did that on purpose, so they got us there. Oh no, they have... Yeah, reasonable doubt. Sure. Okay. That feels bad. That would have been quite good to resolve. I mean, they tapped, and then they resolve one. Yeah. Well, that's probably the game right there. They tapped in a way that I knew I shouldn't have played it. I knew they had reasonable doubt in hand. It was just kind of... you know. Okay. Pass the turn. Please don't kill it. That's all I have going for me. Holy crap. Sack a clue, make a Thopter. Or just kill Gadgeteer, I guess. Do that too. Looking in my yard, looking at Gadgeteer. What else do you want from me? Just let me play with my food for a moment. I don't have anything else. Okay, make a Thopter. Okay, Galvanize now kills Aurelia, which I think we just have to do. Because we have drawn 2 or more cards this turn, so... Goodbye. Go to combat, get in here. They just have far too many cards, far too much value for what we're going for. Oh. Come on, into a Gleaming Gear Drake. A green-white card into a blue-red card. Hey, if it works out, it works out. certainly working out in their favor here. Oh, come on. Let me have anything. I don't think resolving the Detective Satchel would have really changed this game. Oh, you have 2. Alright, we can't get through that. Well, yeah, their deck was sweet. You can get punished for that kind of mana base and not really drawing your stuff, but they did it, and when it happens, it usually beats you. Okay, get to start on the draw this time. Have a turn 4 Intrude on the Mind if we are not disturbed with. And they have a turn 1 Novice Inspector, so none of it matters. Here comes Mountain. Close enough. That's usually a decent sign if they're just going to sack the clue on 2. Okay, not too bad. We can bounce some random 3-drop they have unless it's a disguised creature. Could demand answers and get rid of... Yeah. Could demand answers and get rid of a land. I think I might do that. We'll draw more. And then now we play Researcher and hope it survives so we can untap with it and play Intrude on the Mind. Please let me untap. I want to cast my bomb. Okay, they did let me untap. Alright. Do they have hard-hitting question or something? What else do they have for a single green? No, it's an instant. Okay, so it could be like +1/+1 for each creature you have. Alright, now for the fun part, where our opponent just gets to make decisions. Oh wait, no, we have to do it. Chooses 1. So we do something like this, I suppose. Gives us a 2/2. I still think they have +1/+1 for each creature they control. Let's see what this thing is. Okay, they chose not to flip it. Man. Yeah. So we could have up to 6 mana here. Gonna have to discard a card now? I don't like that. I plan on casting Out Cold and then Unauthorized Exit on one of these if they'd go for like a combat trick or something. So I guess pass turn and dump the tap land here. Okay, go to attackers. And then block their 2/2. See if they want to try to flip it up, and then I can unauthorized exit if they go for some big creature here. It's not even that bad. I mean, I can still just trade with that. And we're in the business of trading here now. It's a good card. At least we can bounce the wolf. Still has lifelink though, right? Yeah. Let's play Gadgeteer, Crime Novelist, untap, crack the clue, get a counter on the novelist, I guess? I just think these, well, these aren't going to untap, so at least there's that. Can't use the red mana, though. This can currently block that. They still have the priority for the one blue, and I just have to... I have to trade for that at some point. Oh, it's just another one green. It's just another Nervous Gardener. Okay. Alright, so maybe it's not the combat trick anymore. So I don't have to be as scared about that. Currently no artifacts in hand to trigger Gadgeteer. Okay, now they got a combat trick, clearly. Let's see which one they want to kill. This isn't getting much more value from us, so let's go ahead and use Fanatical Strength. Oh, do they have 2 Fanatical Strengths? Oh, how nice. They drew 2 of them. They drew 2 of them off of their clue and their draw step, I think. So that was pretty nice for them. Okay, pass the turn. I just hope this thing isn't something huge. So we're about to go 2-0 into 2-3. The worst feeling to have, unfortunately. Guess we're about to find out what this 2/2 is. No? Okay. Alright. Get some Thopters going, I guess. No attacks. Out cold is a good draw, but we're just spinning our wheels here, seeing if we can do anything to survive. I'm gonna pay the ward. I have to take 3 from Tulsamir, unfortunately. They're at 29, I'm at 5. Flip up. Man, all the nervous gardeners. That's all they were, all 3 of them. Okay, so we technically have... Yeah, I can do this and still play out cold here. Pass turn. I think I'm going to lock down their 4-4 and their 4-3 and then just tap down their 3-3 and... I don't know what we could draw. That's like super great. We've got a lot of collect evidence, so at least there's that. That's not great. No. That was wrong. I meant to do that for the detective. And attack with him, but that's okay. Would have been free. Let's do this. And attack with the 1/1. Alright. Our spot isn't horrible now. They still have the upper hand, but... Okay. I think I might attack with this and pitch Reasonable Doubt. It's not gonna do that much right now. Problem is they could just bounce off of it here. It does let us like kind of rummage in a way though. So let's do this. We might have enough tempo to kind of close out this game if they don't draw anything good here. For like 3 turns, we kind of need them to brick. Because we can tap down their creatures for a while. Alright, do we have anything left for just 3? No, so we got to start doing 2s and 4s here. Alright, pass to attackers now. They just have 2 lands left in hand, so draw a card, make a Thopter. Exit Specialist, also not bad. Discard Mountain. Wait, do we only have 6 cards left in our... Oh, hello. Only 6 cards left in the library. So we got to try to win here very soon. I didn't even realize we only had 6 cards left. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do this. Go to damage. And then this and end the turn. What did they draw? It's a big creature, but we can just bounce it right back to their hand, and we know they have 2 lands left, so... Okay, pass to attackers. Probably no attacks. Flip this, bounce Control Warden to your hand, and then I think we've got it now. Because all we got to do is just tap down these creatures here. And we can even tap down one more, or, you know, remove the Maverick or whatever. That should be good enough here. Alright, we somehow turned the corner on that game after quite a long battle back and forth, stabilizing at 5. Alright, starting with yet another slow hand here, but like I said, that's just been the theme of the last few days. That's the theme of the week, slow hands. And they've been, you know, fine. But they do have a plane, so you hate to see that. White is good. Seasoned Consultant. Here comes aggro. I might just bounce their creature just to get a little bit of tempo here. I will take one before I bounce unless they do something pre-combat. So let's just take the one land, and if it's a disguised creature, yeah, let's just go ahead and just bounce this thing. Gotta preserve my life total. I can't put that in my graveyard. Okay, let's just play this. Plan to trade off with their 2/2. Totally fine thing to do. Exit Specialist is more of a 5-mana play, as it disguises and then flips up and bounces a creature. It's kind of like a 5-mana 2/1 bounce a creature. See if they've got a combat trick they want to use. Oh, it's, I was about to say Museum Nightwatch. Yep, that's what it is. Exit Specialist looking pretty good here, because that just bounces this thing into Oblivion. So let's just play Satchel in the meantime then. And then next turn we can probably Exit Specialist bouncing this. They're also missing land drops, which is good. Oh, never mind. Another play? 2 of them. You hate to see that. So let's do this and just bounce this thing pre-combat. There's no reason to even wait. So I'm not going to let them attack with 3 or more here. Next turn we can out cold and crack a clue. That'd be pretty good. And make a Thopter. Following turn we can, if we draw a land the next 2 turns, intrude on the mind, crack a clue, make a Thopter. Oh, they found a blue. Okay, game on. Here we go. Why is this a detective? Why are there so many oh god. Okay. Less good here. No, you know what? I'm going to hold up reasonable doubt in case I don't want to crack the clue. So, go to combat and attack, I guess? I could try to counter Cryptic Code on the way back down, but I have to get a little lucky to do that. What I hope they do is they just bounce their Cryptic Coat and try to replay it, and then I can counter it. Okay. Draw a card, make a Thopter. A land wouldn't be horrible in the next 2 draws here. Because then we can intrude and also still crack the clue here. Alright, what's the play? Alright, there's the land. And anything else? Do you want to give us priority back, please? Okay, bounce Cryptic Coat. Sure. Okay, hold up. Intrude on the mind, reasonable doubt, and crack a clue here, and hopefully we can somehow get Cryptic Coat. I mean, if they play it first, we can't. There it is. Alright, well we need Intrude on the Mind to resolve here. So something becomes suspected. No, no thanks. I would like to get out cold in my hand somehow here. So if I did something like this, because Crime Novelist is also not bad, but Out Cold is the card I want the most in my hand out of all of these. So let's try this and see what they say about that. Okay, they didn't give us the Out Cold, unfortunately. So we play Crime Novelist. We sack a clue. We make a Thopter. We get a red. Draw a card. Make a Thopter. Cast Demand Answers, discarding a land. And then hold up Galvanize, I guess. Not liking our spot now. These attack as 3/3s. All this is unblockable for 5, but like they have a lot coming back at us here. I guess I could just galvanize one of these things. I just gotta hope that these aren't like enormous creatures that they accidentally cloaked off the top that they can flip up. We can't just sit back in this game. I think we have to try to pressure their life total a little bit. I don't even mind, like, chumping one of these things with a Thopter here. So pass to blockers, do something like this. What is this? Why can't I block this? Oh, it just can't be blocked. Like, at all. Okay. It's even better than I thought. See, if I cast Galvanize, they could have any kind of combat tricks that could blow me out, and then they're safe to kind of do whatever they want to do. But can I afford to take 6 damage? Like, if I cast Galvanize on this, they could just flip this up, and this could be something huge. But can I afford to go to 7 here? Alright, what do you got? There have been worse things. Take 3. Griffnot Tracker. That's not great for me. So we do this. We do this. We crack Clue for 1. Put a counter, get a red. Make a Thopter bounce Griffnot Tracker and attack for 5? It's not horrible. I guess I should have cracked that first if that was my plan, but I could also save this next turn to make something unblockable here. Close game for sure. Wow, they just conceded. That's crazy. All right, we got a little aggro and it worked out for us in the end. All right, here we are, starting on the play with a Reckless Detective on 2, Forensic Researcher on 3, and a mulligan from our opponent. All great things for us. I think we are, you know better than I, you just saw the graphic, I can't remember for myself. I think we're 2 wins away from Mythic currently, so gotta get the next 2 in order to make Mythic here. Let's see if we can manage it. Otherwise, you might just have to wait till tomorrow. Black, white, nothing. Okay. Do we choose to discard a card here? The Granite Witness honestly isn't that great, so I think I might just dump it here. Now we have a turn 4 Intrude on the Mind if our researcher does in fact survive. And what's the follow-up? What on earth is this? ETB, search your library for mana value 1 or less. Sacrifice that I can't cast non-creature spells. Yeah, that's the combo. Novice Inspector, that's for sure. Okay, well this can't even attack anymore, unfortunately, so pass the turn, I guess. A Mythic from the list. Did you know that the chances of seeing a Mythic from the list are 1 in every 25 pods? There's 1 opened in every single 25 draft pods. Those are the odds. So good for them for opening a Mythic from the list. Like, I haven't even drafted this set 25 times, which means, according to the odds, there has not been a Mythic opened from the list in any draft I've ever done. Of this set, obviously. Alright, how do we do this? Honestly, none of it's great. I can guarantee I get an unauthorized exit in my hand. I can also let them have me draw 5 cards or get a 5/5 flyer. Do I want to go all in on that? Or like, let me get a 4/4 flyer and draw 1 card, or let me get a 1/1 flyer and draw 4 cards. Huh. You know what? Maybe we'll flip it up today. Maybe we'll do this. Let's try this. I don't know. I'm going to try something a little bit different with Intrude on the Mind. They have the choice to either give me 1 card and a 4/4 flyer, or 4 cards and a Thopter. They gave me the 4/4 flyer. Interesting. That must mean they have a way to deal with it. The exit honestly isn't that great right now. Wonder if I should just play another researcher here. I think I'm actually just going to play another researcher. What do they have for 1 black? Do they have toxin analysis? No, it could just be sacrificing this at instant speed. So that could just be all they have here. I think I'm just going to play a researcher and... yeah, so they had the answer for the 4/4 flyer there, so... yeah, that was probably not the right way to do it. But if they didn't, I probably just would have won. Alright, now we're all in on Bulrak Clan Basher, I guess. Now, in the turn, I guess I can tap down... I guess I can tap down both of these things. That's probably the best way to prevent damage here. Oh. More. Kept a card on top. You hate to see it. I mean, if they have removal for the Clan Basher, then probably dead. Galvanize could be good. Don't have a way to pump its power, unfortunately. But Galvanize certainly could mess up some blocks here. Again, if they remove the Clan Basher, I think we're through. So we have to have this thing survive at least a couple more turns. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Okay, so then I guess in response to that, we'll go ahead and kill this thing. And then bounce something. Bounce. The Onlooker, I guess? Or the Meddler, maybe? No, bounce the Onlooker. I don't really want them getting bats either. So... yeah, let's bounce this. Out cold is always a good draw. Alright, I can't cast non-creatures anymore, unfortunately for me. I think I'll live. Okay, you go to 2. And Clan Basher is pretty darn close to lethal next turn, especially because we have Out Cold and Researchers, so they have to have an answer to Clan Basher basically right now. They only have 3 blockers currently. Oh, so they have On the Job maybe? So I have to block here. So what is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It still gets around On the Job. So does that, I guess. Yeah, so pretty sure they had On the Job in hand, and they were just trying to cheese out a win there. All right, Bullrat Clan Basher for the win. One more win. Can we get to Mythic? Let's do it. All right, opponent goes first. We've got a bunch of cheap cards here, so we'll keep this one here. Probably lead on Detective, I would think, and then that would help us rummage if they don't have good plays. Analyze the pollen. Go find a basic. Sure. Oh, found another green. Interesting. So they've got their second color in hand, or they're mono green. Okay. No plays or a Nervous Gardener? What you got? A Nervous Gardener. Alright, Reckless Detective, you're going to have to help us. We might have ourselves a mono green deck here. Also, this person doesn't have a rank. Why is that? Alright, what do I get rid of? I think just Granite Witness. It's the most... Oof. Okay. Now I guess we have to demand answers and hopefully we find a land here. Let's get rid of... Researcher, I guess? Oh, come on. It's always the worst way to go, isn't it? Yeah. They're at 5 lands and we're at 2. I just don't have time for Exit Specialist, unfortunately, and I'd just rather hit my land drops here. Hold up, Doubt, and Exit, I guess, and if they go for just pushing 4 more damage, I can just bounce their creature. I don't think I can do that, guy. I think I might just have to have this thing on blocks at some point here. Take 5, potentially 7. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, at least we know which one's the 4/4, and now we can out-cold it next turn. They are trying to just push hard here, though. So we'll just pass the turn and out-cold the 2/2 and the 4/4 and block a 1/1 here. Really would like another island at some point. Okay, I guess I'm tapping both of those now. I can't exit in response because then I couldn't tap down things and I'd have to take 7 to do that, and I can't do that. So yeah, that resolves. I guess we do this and hold up unauthorized exit or a clue or flipping this, I guess. Any one of those things. I guess I could flip this, trade the Thopter for the 1/1, trade the 3/2 for the 2/2, take 1. Next turn I can exit this thing. Just have to hope they don't have anything here. Like removal. That wouldn't be great for me. No Fanatical Strength? No? Okay. Go to 5. We stabilized at 5 last game. Can we do it this game? Give me an island. I wouldn't mind an island here. How about a card I can't cast? Alright, take 2, go to 3. That's a 6/5. I have to bounce that this turn now. Okay, go ahead. And the next turn I bounce the 4/4. I probably have to bounce the 6/5. Okay, constant fighting here. Go to 1. That doesn't do anything for me, does it? Well, I could play this and unauthorized exit next turn, and I'm technically not dead, and I don't need the land for that, so I guess I don't need that. So then we do this. We play exit. We block it. Oh no, we are dead. Yeah, we're dead, unfortunately. Man, it just, we stumbled on lands. We had 13 cards and 2 lands, and that did us in. I feel like we could have stabilized, unfortunately. If we had just, yeah, traded, bounced it, taken 1. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see if we get into Mythic. We are now 2 wins away and very close. 5-3 with the deck. I think blue-red is like a good but not great archetype. I've had success with it, but not like... I've never felt like I was outplaying... My deck was just outplaying my opponents there. Intrude on the Mind is a good card. It's a little bit clunky. It's 5 mana. Gotta hold up 5 mana and use it. I still like it. I still think it's... I don't think it's a bomb, but I think it's a very good card. So, either way... Fun draft today, 5-3, couple wins away from Mythic. Maybe we'll get there tomorrow. Tune in to find out. See you tomorrow for your daily draft.